Hey mate, my name's Flick and this is my friend Amber. She's here today to help me talk to you about New Zealand. We urge you to go right now because
Absolutely.
we loved it.
Can't wait to go back.
We're going to give you a few travel tips and also tell a few funny stories.
Yeah. You guys can have a look in the description if you want to find links to any of the places that we talk about.
What was your favourite place to visit in New Zealand?
Oh, Hobbiton, like, obviously.
That was cool.
But as far as it just being somewhere that was naturally New Zealand, Cathedral Cove was incredible. But also Tongariro National Park, and I don't know. I'm gonna... Pre-warning, I'm not as good at pronouncing things as Flick is.
I'm terrible at pronouncing things too.
I butcher everything and it's so bad.
Favourite place, okay. It's definitely this small town that my friend lives in with just gorgeous scenery, mountains surrounding it, and it was also by the beach. My friend lived on top of this beautiful hill, just looking out over everything, and it was really beautiful. Oh, also, I don't know how to say the name properly, but Takaka? Takaka? I don't know. Takaka. Takaka. That was cool. Apparently people think it's like the Byron Bay of New Zealand. So let's give a little bit of a rundown about where we went on our trips.
Okay.
Yeah, so everywhere that I went is on the South Island.
Yeah. My family and I, we started at Auckland, and then we went up to Whangarei and then back all the way down. We went to like the, can't remember where it's called, the area where Cathedral Cove is, and then to Rotorua, all the way down. We didn't quite make it down to Wellington, which kind of sad about. We went back up and did the Waitomo glowworm cave tours.
Oh nice, that's something that I really wanted to do.
It's really cool. It's awesome, it really is, but there are glowworms all over New Zealand.
Yeah.
And you do not have to go and do an expensive boat ride and tours just to see them. But there was another cave tour that we went on, and that was incredible. And it was like, oh, that's one of those things that would be worth doing. And I think that was Ruakuri Cave. So basically went from Auckland all the way down to the Lake Taupo?
I don't know.
I can't. And then went all the way back up to Auckland, and then went to Christchurch, and then went down to Milford Sound, and all the way back up again through Arthur's Pass. But I didn't...
So she basically went everywhere.
I've been everywhere, man.
Yeah. So we both road tripped around New Zealand. Would you recommend road tripping around the country?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
We got to see everything. It was great. Just being able to, like, not be in one place for too long as well.
And you don't feel like your time's wasted because the drives are so beautiful and you see so much.
You see a lot, definitely. And then it was cool because you'd find things that, like, you can't find pamphlets for.
Spontaneous adventures.
Definitely.
I was really lucky when I was there because I went with my friend G, and he lives in New Zealand and he grew up there, so he knew all these amazing places to take me to. It was like having a friend and a tour guide. Yeah.
I wish I had one of those.
It was awesome. So just be driving down the road and then be like, oh, let's pull over here, there's something really cool, and take me to like this awesome waterfall or something.
You gotta know the locals.
You gotta know the locals. Visit your friends that you meet while travelling.
I have no
It's
friends.
worth it. You have no friends?
I have no New Zealand friends.
Oh.
Yeah.
You can borrow G.
Okay. I'll take him under my wing.
Yeah. He likes to chase the weckers.
I love the weckers.
I love the weckers too.
Okay, so the first time I saw them, I thought it was a kiwi bird, but I got way too excited.
I thought it was too. And apparently, oh, okay, this is important. So, like, apparently every tourist thinks that they've seen a kiwi, but it's actually a wecker. So a wecker is like a bush chicken, and it's like a little brown bird that kind of looks like a kiwi, but is actually more of a chicken type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
they're wild in New Zealand. And,
the chicken version of a kiwi, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. And they run around and they pick out all the crops that G would be planting. So that's why he liked to chase them away. He was like, bloody weckers! And
yeah, you can't have a veggie garden with those type of birds around.
Exactly.
New Zealand birds are like little assholes.
They are.
The keas are absolute little monsters. They're so smart, and they'll just like pick anything apart.
They must be so annoying to people who are trying to start a garden or a farm or something. It's so cute though. Oh my gosh, okay, so when I was there and I was staying with G, he didn't have any power or plumbing at his house, so we were just like sort of living from the bush, which was really cool. He had this bush shower and he had a rainwater tank, so we would boil the water from...
Yeah.
So we boil the water from
Genius.
the rainwater tank and then put a bit of cold water so it was like a nice temperature. And we put it in a bucket and then pull it up on a rope and we could have a shower.
From water?
It was a bush shower.
In a bucket.
And he had fully built like this little platform and everything out in the bush. It was amazing.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Oh, it was so cool. And there was this one time, I think it was my first time having a shower in it, and I pulled the bucket up and I was like, okay, this is going to be really weird. And I started showering and it was like nice hot water. And then it started sprinkling cold rain at the same time.
God.
And it was like the most relaxing, like beautiful experience in like the wet, like luscious green New
awesome.
Zealand bush.
Yeah.
And then Weka came up and was like staring at me, and I like
that's
crouched down
comfortable.
and we were like staring at each other and we were like that far apart. And
Really?
it was really cool.
That's awesome.
I love Wekas.
Yeah, me too.
Good times. I miss New Zealand.
Me too. I really want to go back there.
Yes.
Really want to
Yes. Can we be friends? And anybody from New Zealand, let's be friends.
our friend, please.
And we'll come visit you.
go back there. Yeah, we'll bring you chocolate.
We'll bring you Vegemite.
Vegemite.
Yeah.
We'll bring Vegemite.
Okay. Put it in the comments
Anyone
below if you
wants
want us to visit you in New Zealand. So what was your favourite memory from your time in New Zealand?
Oh. Milford Sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
definitely.
would love to go.
Best, if you go to New Zealand, that's one thing. If you're on the South Island, do not miss it. Do not miss going to Milford Sound. And like,
I want to talk about New Zealanders.
I do too, because they are the nicest
They're
group
so
of people
nice.
that I've ever met. I was honestly in shock.
So genuinely nice, kind people.
Just so, like, welcoming.
Every person that I talked to, I just felt totally comfortable around immediately.
And everyone was really willing to help you find anything that you, like,
Yeah.
when you were lost. It's like a petrol station as you are going to Milford Sound, and it's like, you're supposed to stop there because if you go to Milford Sound without getting a full tank of fuel, you're quite likely to get stuck there. And the guy came out, and I was half asleep, and I was about to get out of the car and start filling it up. And he was, the guy who was working was there, filling up the car, and he was like, hey, how you going? And I'm like, this has never happened. No one ever does this.
Just
at
coming
home.
out for a chat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
nobody
just, like,
does that in
to
Australia.
help fill up the car, and then he gave us a map and he marked out where we could go for a dump station and to refill our water, and like all the different campsites we could go to on the way. It was awesome. It was really nice.
Wow, thank you to that dude.
Yeah.
Did you have a favourite place that you stayed while you were there? A hostel or a
Absolutely.
hotel?
Again, probably terrible pronouncing, but it was Waikiki Thermal Park, and they had the geothermal pools there. So pretty much we got up and spent a whole day in the pool, and we only went out for like food, and then we came back and got in the pool. So this is where we're staying, in these bubbling hot pools. No, not really. And it was the best. It was so relaxing. When you're traveling, like, everyone gets exhausted, and especially in New Zealand you do like a lot of hiking. So if you can go and melt yourself in a salt pool, it just relaxes all your muscles and you feel ready to go and do more adventuring. So where was your favourite place to stay?
So I love that they have freedom camping, and you can just pull up and camp wherever you want basically along these highways. Just so many places to camp.
Yeah.
It's awesome, and for free too. It was awesome for us because Greg had a van, so we just slept in the back of the van. A few nights that we stayed at other places though, and there was one that was like this mansion on top of a hill in Nelson, and it was so cool.
That
It
sounds
was like this
awesome.
old school mansion that was just like decked out as a hostel. Another place that we stayed was in Takaka, and I think it was called Shambhala Lodge or something like that. And it was just like these little huts, and there was like no power, and there was like just compost toilets, and it was basically kind of like camping but with a bed, and it was really nice. And we had this little hut that was just set in the middle of the bush, and you would wake up and walk out the front door, and you had this view of the ocean right there in front of you, surrounded by the lush
Yes.
New Zealand bush.
I stayed at a Hahe resort or something near Cathedral Cove, and it was like that. And the spot that we got to stay at was, we opened the windows to the vans, and the beach was there, and it was incredible.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. And one morning we woke up and there were dolphins swimming by.
Stop it.
Yeah.
New Zealand is just like
It's incredible.
heaven.
It is
Like,
the most perfect place that you could possibly imagine.
so many great places to stay.
Yeah.
Try and get a place that's out of the ordinary. It won't be hard to find.
No.
One that I went to, I didn't stay there, but I paid to go into the hot springs. Maruia Hot Springs, I think it was called, and there was like a resort there, and that was gorgeous. And it was kind of like a foggy day when we went there.
That would have been nice.
And yeah,
steaming
we were,
in
like,
the steam.
sitting in the steam, looking out of the mountains just covered in fog. And it was like in a valley. Doesn't look real. Feels like you're
Insane.
standing in a painting or something.
Yeah, definitely.
It's gorgeous.
The other thing that I loved while I was there was the 3D art gallery. That was so much fun.
I didn't go.
You would love it, because it's all these like paintings on the wall.
That sounds awesome.
I can't wait to go back. It was, yeah. There's no words to describe how beautiful it is there.
No words. It's almost as beautiful as Amber.
Oh God. Almost fell over. You knocked me off my feet.
I make your knees weak.
Yeah, you do.
Thank you so much to Amber for coming and doing this video with me today.
My pleasure.
We also made a Q&A video on her channel. I'll link it down below if you want to go
That was
check
fun.
that out.
And we spent like how many hours filming that?
Oh my God, we didn't even realise. We got a little bit
Carried away?
got a little carried away, got a little distracted, and
Yeah.
we spent like hours filming the Q&A video. So go and watch it because we actually put a
enjoy
lot of effort into
We
that
were
one.
slightly delusional by
Slightly
the end of it.
delusional. Some pretty ridiculous questions, so if you want to check those out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Bye!
Let's just do some faces and shit.
Oh!